Building in front of us on the right, this huge Victorian building, was the main post office for over 100 years. And it's now very nice cafes, restaurants, apartments, even penthouse up top. Thomas Graham sitting in the corner, the father of modern chemistry. Another Victorian building ahead of us. This was the courthouse building, the main courthouse. Now it's a casino and club, and statuary up above shows symbolic statues for law and justice. Now we want to pull in when we can. You see that logs van maybe in front of that? There might be a space, or in front of these wee vans. We're just looking for a wee space to pull in for a second till I explain what's happening here.
There's a van in front of that.
The van in front of that. Try in front of here. Is that enough space?
I'll get in front of that other van.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just looking for such a busy city today.
Isn't it?
Oh yes, we've got a wee space here for a second. Now look at this modern building on the right hand side, Emporio Armani, where you could buy a nice new handbag for about £500 if you fancy the ladies. But let me point out to you that we've got Victorian buildings around us as well, but look straight ahead. You see the building at the end of this street? It was, from the 1770s, the house of a tobacco lord, and it sat in the woods. So forget what's round about us here. Think back to a little alleyway here for coach and horses to go and visit the Cunningham family. William Cunningham had his house there in front of us. That is his house. They added extra bits onto it later on, and including the statue of Wellington. Now he's wearing the traditional headgear that you associate with Glasgow against the sun or the rain. So that's the Duke of Wellington, well protected. And today, you'll see that better when we turn. Today it's not a private house, but it's actually the Gallery of Modern Art. And we're very proud in Glasgow of all our museums. They're all free of charge. Now, this is an important building for alpha guests. Let me tell you why. During your time, your free time this afternoon, maybe if you're making your way back to the coach at George Square area, you might want to nip in there. Downstairs there's some nice toilets, all free of charge of course. And there's also in that basement, if you don't fancy walking too much, a little library with couches. So you could sit on a couch and pull a book off the shelf and just have a wee read if you're not wandering about. And there's a soup and sandwich style cafe there in the basement. So that's quite a handy wee place. Round about it, as you'll see in a moment, there's other nice cafes, French style, Italian style cafes. And at the back of it, which we'll see in a minute, is the biggest shopping street of the nicest, rather not the biggest, the nicest shopping street of Glasgow. So everything's very close to George Square here. The Gallery of Modern Art up in the triangle above depicts a work of art by a famous artist called Nicky de Saint Phal, and it shows the coat of arms of Glasgow with St Mungo in the centre and various symbols that you see all over the city for Glasgow's coat of arms. So we're going to be heading towards that now, and then when we turn round, the Duke of Wellington will be on the left of the coach, and that's where the entrance is as well. As I say, everything free of charge in Glasgow.
Fuel. Fuel. Is that free of charge?
Fuel, no, free not. Everything, culture's free of charge. Right, so there's the Duke. He's also got a wee wig and bib on today. That's bizarre extra.
File protected.
And then there's the nice cafes round about. And then we come back onto George Square. We're going to turn left here, But you'll get an idea of some of the other statues. James Watt, for instance, sits at the corner. Greg the baker.